Well, there's a lot of noise in this fucking room. Um, I'm gonna turn some things off real quick. Is the microphone working better now? Hooray. I'm gonna fucking piss. I'm gonna piss and shit and cum everywhere. And it's gonna be a mess. No, it's not. Ugh. Ugh. What did I knock over? Okay. Oh, I need music, don't I? um, I'm out of it right now. I'm gonna be honest. So, this is kind of actually the perfect music, I think. Unironically. Um, my fucking laptop, knock it off. Oh my god. Okay, hang on. For fuck's sake. Alright. How do we go? Now you can sort of hear me. Kinda, maybe. Kinda, maybe, kinda fucking, I don't know. Ugh. Alright. I guess I should have a chat thing open. I am completely unprepared for this because I wasn't prepared to open Steam and find out I was about to be banned. To be completely honest. That wasn't really in the cards for this month. If my YouTube app on my phone wants to update. Okay. Completely honest. Mute that. Alright. So, I don't know how to say this. The title is not bait. I'm about to be banned on Steam, or at least I think I am. If you have been on the Steam discussion boards at all, anytime recently, and you've gone to TF2, it is an absolute shit show right now. And everyone has every single reason to be mad. And I don't blame anyone. But unfortunately, there seems to be a constituency inside of Valve that doesn't want to listen to anybody. So I decided, in stroke of brilliance, at about 2 a.m., to get really high and have a little go at the Steam discussion boards and see who I could rile up. And my answer was to go and say, hey, so don't kill TF2. That's fucking stupid. Kill Valve, though. Which is effectively killing TF2. But, what I was trying to say wasn't to just straight up murder a company. Because for many reasons, that's a bad idea. Um, for every reason, that's a bad idea. Like, not even for, like, the sake of, like, oh, PC gaming as a whole, or PC Master Race. No, fuck that shit. I don't give a fuck. But what Valve does have that I didn't really think about was, is that they are literally the center of the planet for PC gaming. And it's not so much that I was trying to say, let's just murder the company, but I am trying to say, hey, there's a constituency in Valve that is doing ill, and they're getting away with it, and that's not cool. And we should actually, like, do something about that. Like, it's not just, hey, revolt, fuck everybody. Like, hey, what's going on? Maybe some people need to be fired. And it might even be people who are core to the Valve team. It could be Gabe. I don't even fucking know. But whatever needs to happen soon before Valve and ultimately Steam get completely eaten either by their own viscera or by people just exploiting the American banking system and buying Valve out before anything really happens. And then as soon as we know it, now every esports team is owned by Saudi Games Group, and Valve is being bought by Saudi Games Group to then be sold to Epic Games. I don't want this to happen. This would be a bad thing, and we shouldn't do that. I have an appointment on Monday. Thanks, phone. I don't give a fuck. God. So I guess instead of writing an article for Substack, specifically to have Valve go, what the hell is that? I guess I'll just get banned instead. Which is funny because I have a 13-year account. You don't piss me off lightly. And you don't piss someone off who doesn't go on the discussion board specifically to say, fuck these people. That doesn't happen. So when someone like me says something like that, there's a reason. And it's not just, I'm fucking around. Yeah, I might be high at 2 a.m. But there's a fucking reason that I'm high at 2 a.m. writing about Valve. I'm kind of a long-time customer. So we're going to zoom in right here. And we're going to look at what I'm writing. Because it's pretty much what that article was going to be. But now I'm in emergency mode. So we're just going to fucking do it until we can't do it anymore, you know? Quickly switching some camera settings around. It's a little weird. Sorry. Something strange just happened. There it is. Well, alright. I want my video camera. Give me my video camera. You whore. The fuck? No. Son of a bitch. Alright, well, I guess we're not having a video camera. Fucking Omega LOL in chat, please. That was awful. I mean, I can, I just have to figure out where the fuck it's plugged in. Ugh. I want my fucking camera. I just got this camera. It's a very nice camera. I want this camera. It can fucking work. So, we're gonna make it work. And it's going to work. Because I said so. Hey, it did it! It did it! Look at that! Look at that shit! Hell the fuck yeah. Oh, I can make it look old. I love it. Yeah! Yeah! We're gonna set it to shitty. Yeah! We're gonna do limited. Yeah! Now it's gonna be fast-ish. Not really, but kind of. Okay. There we go. Now it looks actually kind of real. That's... It might be a CCD in there. That's kind of neat. That's really cool. I like cameras. I'm a big fan of cameras. Sorry. I'm just kind of nerding because BRG is a hard to find sensor. But anyway, so pretty much I was working on an article on my little eMac right here. This little guy. I love this baby. This is my baby. If I ever get hired anywhere to write documentation or do anything for a company, I am taking this with me. It will be in my office. This is what I'm writing everything on. If you have a problem with it, you can suck it. And I don't give a fuck, because this is way nicer than anything you could give me. I don't care. You can say whatever you want. I don't care about your stupid ultra wides. I don't give a fuck about... I just don't care. So... But, unfortunately, I have to write this on this screen, which isn't... I don't like it. Oh, no. Uh-oh. Did Steam... Steam... Oh, no. Did KDE just freeze? I think KDE froze. That's not good. Well, this is cool. So my computer is completely frozen. So I think I'm just streaming now. Hi. How are you doing? We're stuck here until I turn my computer off because I cannot ultimately do anything about this. So, how are you doing? I'm doing great. Actually, I'm not doing great. I'm kind of doing horrible. My Steam account is about to be deleted, and I'm going to quick run down exactly why. We're just going to completely restart, and I will just pull the VOD off of YouTube, and we will re-record everything. You can read the start of the letter. I scrolled all the way through it. You can fucking look at it if you want. I don't really care. But essentially, Valve is about to get bought by Saudi Games Group. And it's not like anytime soon. It could be within the next 3 years. Uh, but because of this speculation, I cannot risk letting that happen because I, for one, like speedrunning Fable 1 without having to depend on really old DVDs in a box that I don't want to bother with if they die. I don't want to torrent it, and it's kind of a pain in my ass to like look for stuff on the Internet Archive when it's lagging like 99% of the time. So what we're gonna do instead is we're gonna yell at Valve for being dickweeds and basically completely losing their minds. And the reason that they've completely lost their minds is, for whatever reason, people in the company have decided that they are God, and it doesn't really matter what anyone says to them or what anyone does. They are the boss, and you listen to them. And this is uncharacteristic of Valve, mostly because it's Valve. We all know that it's like an open floor plan, and anyone can kind of do whatever the fuck they want. But for whatever reason, that's changed. Whether you're an intern or a contractor, you're not supposed to be there. So you are treated like shit. Entire development teams can be put on rest for extended periods of time, basically being given busy work to do nothing, and it doesn't make any sense. And pretty much everyone agrees that it doesn't make any sense. Because these are people of value that could actually be doing things. If they were actually considered part of the company and actually allowed to contribute to different projects within the company, you may not be seeing so many problems with TF2. CS2 might not be a piece of shit. As cool as it is, all it is a slight engine remodel and UI update for CSGO, and it completely takes the 32-bit binaries out of question, which pretty much ruins the game for me. Someone who pretty regularly uses 32-bit machines. Not gonna lie, Core Duo, one of my favorite processors. It's just kind of something I do. But as a person who has basically lived their whole life on Steam, while being connected to the internet as soon as I got access to the internet in my town, which wasn't until 2014 that we actually got internet in my town. Before that, I was going to my grandma's house with a laptop to log into Steam, and at the very minimum try to install Gary's mod on a laptop that really couldn't run it. But I tried. Doesn't mean it worked, but I tried. Eventually, I was able to play TF2, and I just started collecting hardware like this. This is a ATI X1300. This is the fastest AJP card that I own, and I very badly, very, very badly want to play TF2 with this card. It would be kind of cool, and it would be the ultimate... This is basically the ultimate version of my very first graphics card. This is why I own it. And that graphics card sat in a Pentium 4 flatbed desktop machine from 2002. Had a 2.4 gigahertz PGA. So not the pins were on the CPU. I don't remember the fucking terms. I don't give a shit. But before it was good. Before 775. It was 487, whatever it was. The fucking bullshit old like Willamette based socket. Okay, but like I could put a Northwood in it and it kind of worked, but not really. Because those were gutted. They didn't have any cache, they were shit. I could play TF2 and I couldn't use a microphone. I don't know why. I think I just didn't have enough hardware threads. I could play Minecraft, but all of my graphics were fucked up, so I could see the block elements. I could not see the textures. So there were red blocks, there were black blocks, there were blue blocks, there were yellow blocks. There were no block textures. That is as aesthetic as Minecraft gets. Actually, no. I could see dirt grass. I could not see anything else. So I could see grass blocks, but I couldn't see anything else. I am dying to get that back. I couldn't tell you how cool it would be to play that again. No one else has that. I would love that shit. I am a gaming enthusiast. As much as it is stupid, I like to play games in the worst possible way, just to see how the engines will function. And TF2, surprisingly, is one of the coolest games because, unlike Gary's mod, unlike even Half-Life, TF2 can run on almost anything. And I'm not even kidding. I've played TF2 on a dual socket, I think it was a dual socket Pentium 2 or a dual socket Pentium 3. It was slow, but it played it at about 20 FPS. Actually, with one of these. That's why I bought this. It was like $18. It was worth it. I haven't even used it yet, but it was totally fucking worth it. And I am dying to have that. Like, you can't tell me that it isn't fucking amazing that you can take a 2001 workstation that is like bleeding edge of 90s technology, and you can just go play TF2, a game that was released like 8 years later than when the original CPUs were even released. That's fucking crazy, okay? Like, that's a completely different, like, set of data. Like, that's just insane. So, I give a fuck about these games. I give a fuck about, like, the 32-bit binaries getting stripped out of Steam. I give a fuck about a lot of this stuff. And it's not just because I like fucking around playing with games, but I give a fuck because I am not the only person who does this just for fun, but I am also not the only person who at one point was stuck there or is stuck there. There's many other players out there who would love to be playing Steam games, but now their Windows XP machine is incompatible. Hell, there's a lot of fucking WoW players that would like to be playing WoW right now, but they can't because they're in the very north of Alaska, and they're all stuck with PowerPC Max because their school system bought that, and everyone else just ended up with them. So they can't even play WoW. They can kind of play SNES emulators and PS1, and that's about it. Yeah, I give a fuck about these people. These are my people. This is what we do. So when I see companies make stupid choices, basically based off of some asshole in the office telling a bunch of interns that they can't work on this project, they have to go work on this in order to prove themselves that they are in fact Valve-hearted employees, while at the same time the guy that is telling them this is sexually harassing one of the interns and chasing them around the office, while at the same time making jokes that they look like an ugly trans person in the lunchroom. I believe that's what that story was. I didn't hear all of it, and I may actually be getting two stories crossed up, but you get my point. There's some shit going on that's not cool. And whatever the effect is, as much as I would like 32-bit binaries, everyone else has stripped them out. You're not going to get them back. That's fine. You could make a 32-bit launcher if you wanted, but I'm not going to argue that. That's for a later date. Whatever the problem is, it has at this point leaked out to the players in the form of, well, I'm not getting paid enough, so I'm going to start putting these extra little incentives into these games so that I, as an intern, can prove myself as a Valve employee, making all sorts of money that no one was making before, right? And I can show that I am worth my salt because I took TF2's loot boxes and I just increased the value of half of the items in the game by about 2.5%. And now you're making $15,000 more a month. please put me on the CS2 team or on the fucking Oculus compatibility team so I can actually do something I'm interested in. Like, someone shouldn't have to suck someone's dick in their office just to be able to work on the Steam store pages. Or to, like, help update the interface of the library. Like, this is very simple shit. This is basic stuff that any other company would hire people for, that Valve takes new hires and creates a pyramid, like a Ponzi scheme format of basically irreplaceability competition. And if you can't show that you are the most valuable, then you are at the same time as rolling on your back, showing your belly like a dog who wants belly rubs and is getting stabbed by their owner. You're at the same time festering your own form of rabies and having it spread out to other people because you're doing this shit. And maybe you don't even want to. Some people have even gone to, like, Valve News Network and complained about it. Some people have gone and posted on Substack or gone to Richard Lewis and said stuff. And the way that this goes, usually at least, is because Valve has never actually made a real attempt at any form of social status change or even, like, social media as a format, as an idea, as just being social, not being neats in their office like their Quake competitors from 1998. Like, it's 2024, guys. Come on. What's important is having a place for these people to go and be like, hey, Bob's grabbing my ass. Can someone do something about Bob? Bob is grabbing my ass and put a dildo in my desk. This isn't funny. This is rape. Okay? This is sexual assault at work. I can't deal with this shit. Someone's putting condoms in the bathroom right before I go in. There's a fucking problem. Yo, what's going on? Okay? Like, it's not even just, like, a problem of, like, frat boy grabbing ass anymore. Like, it's legitimately out of control. And I wouldn't say that it's, like, people chasing people around the office or anything stupid like that. There's nothing like that going on. But there's legitimate problems happening that have resulted in basically the platform as we know it, Steam, rotting to the core. And as much as we would like anything to happen, I mean, we're never going to get a Half-Life 3. TF2 is supposedly getting a 64-bit update, but I don't really trust it to fix anything. Actually, if anything, I trust it to make bot farming easier, because you have increased memory space. Actually, in some formats, even make it more stable. CS2 was a shit pile as soon as it released, although it was cool that I could go on casual and try out my brand new super, like, ultra modified M720, trying to recreate the G700S as close as I can. And the first headshot I get is just an absolute slap. It was fucking awesome. And then I died. But it still happened, and it was cool. But, I immediately died to a spin botter. And that's not even, like, a joke. They were running around and randomly turning on their axe and Like the thing that spin botters do. Face the ground, pop up, pop up, pop. Like, that's not normal game behavior. I don't even need Overwatch for that. I can see it. It's right there. You can't tell me, oh yeah, he's skilled. Sorry, Nacho Bro. Not happening. Okay? Not happening. Now, as much as Valve likes to be like, oh, well, we're managing the international and stuff, we can't focus on this right now. The problem is you can. And in fact, you have a lot of employees in a lot of different spaces, not even in your office, but working in branch offices out like Turtle Rock Studios used to be. You got a lot of people who actually want to do shit, who are basically spending time twiddling their thumbs, fiddling with their dicks, and I guess playing Gary's mod? I don't even know. They're making assets in other places where you basically are wasting their time. Because, yeah, it's cool that they're getting paid by you, but what the fuck is the point, right? I'm gonna get a drink. It is fucking hot. Oh my god, is it hot. By the way, if someone from Valve happens to run into the stream recording, I am running Linux. I was running Windows a few days ago, but I got tired of it. And you know what? I missed KDE. So I installed Linux because I could. And pretty much as soon as I installed, I set up Helvum. I set up all my audio shit to my sound card from 2004 that I pulled out of a Dell. And wired a few things together, and I was good to go. Like, I can't do that with Windows. I gotta fuck with drivers. I gotta make a bunch of virtual audio cable shit work. It's just not worth it. The fact of the matter is, Valve has created, quite truthfully, one of the best formats available for either starting streaming or just getting into PC gaming and wanting to actually have a little bit of oomph. And that being the Steam Deck. You can get your Steam Deck, you can install Steam, get a USB bridge or just whatever bullshit, like a little thing on top, and plug in all your USB stuff, a webcam, a microphone setup, and you can literally start streaming to Twitch as soon as you install TF2. That's impressive. And the fact that Linux itself is so appliance level stable. Like, I've had all of KDE crash right now. I can't interact with anything. I can move my mouse and you can see it on stream, but like I can't move anything. I'm clicking. I can't do it. Like, my DE and window maker, everything has crashed. You can still see the stream. I can still see the output of my camera and the OBS stream. I can see the status and everything. That's how stable Linux is. As much as shit can break, and like I can't interact with stuff, it still works a hell of a lot better than a lot of other things. And honestly, I think what happened is the HID interface just completely crashed. So it's just an update and a reboot. I have an update package out of whack somewhere, and it's OpenSUSE. It's fucking a rolling distro. I expect there to be issues like this. That's what's gonna happen. But it's really fucking cool that I can go get a Steam Deck, and it comes It's not Gentoo anymore. I think it's Debian now. I'm not sure. But I can go get a Steam Deck and run a pretty bog standard and really tried and true tested operating system. Set up all my stuff for OBS, and bam, off to the races as soon as I turn the machine on. As soon as I turn it on, I'm streaming. That's insane. You can't go to Razer and do that. Right? You could even pay Razer to set up XSplit or fucking OBS for you, and they're just gonna fuck it up. Especially if all you have to do is give them a login and say YouTube. They'll still fuck it up. They'll still fuck it. That's what they do. It's unsurprising. No one is surprised. And this is what all these companies do. This is why LTT regularly does secret shopper shit. It's to test you. But as much as people have tried to do that software-wise for Valve, Valve has not listened. And there is a way to fix this. It's very easy. It's very simple. And I was trying to write it out on there, but it seems to be gone. I can't interact with the system at all. For whatever reason. Actually, I have an idea. I bet I know what'll fix it. What if I unplug this? This is going to be the same problem that I had earlier with the fucking webcam, I bet. It's going to be really dumb. And as soon as I unplug, replug USB, everything will work fine. And nothing will matter anymore. Because I was lying. It didn't fix anything. And now I don't even know if the stream is working correctly, because the desktop image is completely frozen. So I'm gonna speed this up because I think my computer is going to completely die soon. But so Valve is clearly very valuable and has a point to exist. You know, no one's just fucking around waiting for them to die and excited about it. I'm certainly not. And I certainly won't be excited to see them get eaten up by SGG and Epic Games, but that's what's going to happen if they keep fucking around. And as much as everyone wants to see them change, in their current state, they won't do that. And there's a very simple reason. And it's the simple reason that we've all pretty much been hoping for change around for the last multiple years. I'm going to try to click this. Let's see what it does. Oh my god, it opened a window. Yep. Well, now the stream's gone. Oh shit! Oh shit, I've got some interaction. Oh shit. I might be able to finish the thing. Actually, I don't know about finish it, but save it. Uh-oh. Oh! I've mouse interaction back. Oh my god! Is it... Okay. Oh, my system came back. That's awesome. That's the other thing about Linux, too, is if you just wait it out, it might fix itself. Windows doesn't do that, but, yeah, that's gone. So that's annoying, but I'll fix that. That's okay. But, alright. I'll just get back to what I was saying. And, we'll write this out, here in a sec. But, so, basically, Valve has no incentive internally, in their opinion, to fix any of this problem. Because, as far as they're aware, they have earned the ability to act like a jackass and fuck around and find out. And they haven't had to find out because they are the center of everything, as I have stated. There's not been a reason to. And there won't be a reason to because they don't want to. Unfortunately, until they get bought out, they won't really realize that they needed to change. And there's not much to change. Actually, it's very simple. There's one thing to change. Exactly one thing. And it's hilarious. It's what we've been wanting since Half-Life 2 came out. Messaging. Messaging. That's it. We have wanted Valve to actually go and try to, like, communicate with us, right? We've actually wanted Valve to, like, say something that mattered and not just give us some bullshit or have to decipher it through update files and community logs and random backup servers connected to Steam. Like, having to genuinely hack Steam to even know what the fuck is going on with Steam. I don't want to do that. Are you fucking kidding me? It's ridiculous. So, what do? Right? Steam obviously needs a massive update, and it is so simple. Like, it's beyond simple how to update Steam. You know what? I'm sitting here. This just started working again. I'm going to demonstrate. So, if I can. Alright. So, what every other company has been able to do for the last 10 years, and get away with it, is go into social media and pretty much scrape everything for data and likes and get my subscribes up and all that stupid shit. And what Valve has refused to do, pretty much ever since all that shit started, is be involved. And I'm not saying that Valve needs to like and subscribe to my fucking YouTube channel and come on my fucking face while they pay my Patreon bill. But what they do need to do, arguably, is actually communicate with their audience. And that's not just like a meme. I mean, actually communicate with their audience. So this little interface up here is out of date as fuck. No one fucking uses any of this shit. You know what everyone does? They hit library, they hit store. That's the only two buttons that anyone uses. No one uses the wish list, no one goes to the point shop, no one gives a fuck about the news page, and what the fuck is stats for? Charts? Fucking release charts? The thing that VNN gives a fuck about? I don't care about that as a user, okay? Like, it's cool that I can see your top sellers, your most played. See? See, guys? See? We let people play the games that they want to play. You don't know what people might consider a game or what people might consider bad software. Hell, everyone could consider bad software fun. Look at all the YouTubers playing Attack of the Sunfish on YouTube. This is what the Steam stats page is for. This. And if you don't know what this is Banana, the money farming game for Argentinian rice farmers that don't want to farm rice anymore because it's fucking exhausting and the state doesn't pay them shit. And it's way easier to go on fucking Steam and open 18 different fucking instances of Banana and get fucking basically Bitcoin for free than ever have to do anything for your state. Like, it might not make sense to someone why that's a problem, but as soon as you start basically doing colonization through your game software, I think it's a problem. And why is this related to alien isolation? Okay. And see, it's just NFTs. It is just NFTs. But it's NFTs exploiting the Steam market to basically make $10,000. There's a banana that's worth $1,300 and it's probably up to $2,000 now. And it's speculative gambling, that's all it is. This page is useless. No one cares about this. No one. Library. Collections. Cool. They actually updated the library. And the drop-down actually has anything that anyone gives a fuck about. You can go to your homepage. You can see this, which is also on your homepage. I don't know why there's another button for it. And then you can go to your download page, which is the only page that anyone actually gives a fuck about in Steam. No one cares about anything else. Let's go to community. Home. Oh boy, it's a Facebook clone, except for that no one is interacting with each other. All of these are shit images, and no one gives a fuck about anything that's actually going on. Ooh, boobies. Like, oh yeah. Oh yeah, fucking great. 43 likes. There is no interaction on this board. Like, I know I scrolled down for a while, but there's a reason. Maybe I wouldn't get the newest post that would have the least interactions on it. Valve has no idea what they're doing with social media. I don't even know shit about social media. I just know how to do math. And the basic math is telling me Valve doesn't know what the fuck they're doing. Discussions. Who the fuck uses discussions? I know it was a meme a while ago, like, who the fuck uses the Steam forum? But, like, who the fuck uses discussions? I know there's a lot of replies here. And it's like, oh, it just happened. Who the fuck uses discussions? This is Reddit. And I'm not even kidding. We can go on any fucking... Let's go to Steam for Mac, because this is just fucking ass. Lethal Company. It's Reddit. And it's not even, like, good Reddit. It's bad Reddit. I can go to this shit-ass post, and I can type a reply, and I can give them an award. And now they have the Wholesome Award. And I got an email on my phone! It's Reddit. It's bad Reddit. It's awful Reddit. This is the worst Reddit I've ever fucking used. It's Reddit. Let's go to Workshop. Paid mods. Remember paid mods? Remember when that didn't happen and everyone got mad? So now we have like a cool workshop interface. We got some real updates. This is cool, you know, a little update log of everything happening to the workshop. Things that actually like contribute to people doing shit, like real comments, real interaction. And that's not just like bullshit like maybe the most I've gotten on any reply post ever. Like any post. Maybe 100 replies. I think the one that I made the other day, pissing people off on purpose, in the TF2 community, got like 600 replies. 800 replies. But it was like 800 replies in a day. So people do use it. It's just, who gives a fuck? And I don't blame anyone. It's all trash. Like, cool. What's this? It's a dog. It's a dog gear. I'm so glad. For an idle game. Where's TF2? Where's the actual games that matter? Why does Banana have mods? You know, this is a problem. And it's not just like a meme problem. It's like, what's the actual like relevance of any of this shit anymore? Oh look, it's a gun that someone wants in CS2. That they won't get in CS2. And it's gone. It's not even in the workshop anymore. Cool. So they probably stole a texture. This also happens a lot. People will steal each other's art. Or skin suggestions. Or designs. And shit will just disappear. Just like that. You go to click on it, it's gone. It can happen in seconds, too. Like, you can get maps. That's pretty cool. So I don't have to go on, like, map sites anymore and get really jank-ass files for my broken-ass Steam server that doesn't host anything correctly. But it's still ass. Like, COD Zombies. Great. There's some game modes. That's pretty cool. But, this is not used very well. Like, it's cool that this is here. It's awesome that this is here. This is used horribly. And no one... Like, I can put a file up. Yay. And a vote. Yay. This is ass. The reason that you install Steam is so that you don't need Nexus mods. In my opinion. Remember Skyrim? Remember the 15 releases of Skyrim? Remember the original release of Skyrim that's like rare on Steam now? I still have that. I never upgraded. I would rather have the broken engine because it's more fun to play with. I would rather have the original mod center so that I can fuck shit up just for fun. Take note. This is used awfully. Let's go back up to the top. The workshop should be used, by the way. Whoever the fuck came up with this shit should be shot. I've been banned from the market. Steam does not want me making money on Steam like everyone else, because they think I really need to do that. I need to make 88 cents on the dollar for a shit-ass case that I can bot farm in any server. Any server. You know a fun fact? I got rid of all of my cases because I was sick of bots messaging me. They don't message me anymore. It's pretty cool. Manco key 207. That's actually a fucking deal because they're $250 in the Manco store. I don't know why Unturned is here, but Unturned is here. This game is gone. No one can play this anymore even. Like, all the official servers are gone. There's no updates or anything. What is the most $2,000. $2,000. $2,000. You know what I learned the other day? You want to know something really cool? And I'm going to put this on my Steam profile page because I don't expect anyone from Steam to have seen my other stream. But I said this in my other stream too. A lady in Vietnam was just put to death for stealing the equivalent of 200 American dollars. Like $7.5 million. $7.5 million. Like Vietnam dong. But is being put to death over $200. Do you realize you could buy a city with this item in Vietnam? You could buy an entire city in Vietnam with this item. Sell it, buy a city, Donald Trump that shit. This item. I want you to think about that. And that's not some leftist political bullshit. That's genuinely, think about the scale of the economics of that. For a game that no one can even play anymore. Or even wants to. Next thing. Broadcasts. I didn't even know this was still here. Steam has its own built-in streaming service. This legitimately could be the coolest thing on Steam. Steam could legitimately knock out any of Microsoft's antics in the streaming world. Anything to do with Twitch, anything to do with YouTube. Look at this. All these people. 2,000 viewers, 3,000 viewers. Do people watch these, or are these all botted? Because I don't hear fucking bullshit about Steam streams. I don't hear bullshit about any of this shit. And you know what? It's pretty common that botting is on Steam. I wouldn't be surprised. Is this the guy from earlier up here? No, they just look exactly the same. So that's the sound of the bell. We gotta wrap this up. What is my point here? Okay. What is my point? What are we getting at? Because there has to be a point. I'm not just rambling for no reason, right? And you would be right. In all of my time being involved in PC gaming et al., okay, in general, the date that I got a Steam account is burned into my memory. And I didn't realize that's what that date was until I was going through the history of my Steam account to see what was on it. Like, just to see what was in that log. Because I had never even opened that thing before. I had gone basically my whole time on Steam not knowing that there were intrinsic details about my profile that not just anyone could look up, but I could see. And I could be more proud of something than just being a 13-year member on Steam. Or having 250 plus games, which used to be like a really weird thing to see. Like, oh god, they must be addicted. I just went to sales. I just went on fucking Humble Bundle like everyone else. 1,000 achievements. Some that, like, people don't even have. Because I'm a psychopath. And I don't even, like, realize that I end up with them, but I'm gonna be honest, Thread the Needle was a really fucking cool thing to get when I was trying to fling a fucking rally car sideways off a hill and drift through cones. That's how I got that achievement. That's a pretty fucking cool way to do it. No one else will know that, but I know that. And that's pretty fucking cool. You know, we got these little timetables for, like, how long we played games. That's like a badge of honor, right? Here's my suggestion. And this is very simple. Valve needs to invest in social media. They have all the things in place for it. They do not have anything actually operating. They have everything mechanically in bits and pieces, laid out to be connected into basically gaming Facebook on their little fucking doodad. I almost said the Switch. On the Steam Deck. They can do it. They could totally smash everything. But they're just not, because they'd rather get money from, like, investment groups right now so that they can buy that really cool boat. You know what's cooler than a boat? Being able to play CSS and TF2 in 10 years. It's a lot cooler than you owning a boat. So, what my suggestion is you've got this really cool thing called the Steam Deck. You've got this really cool thing called Steam. And the thing that you've been in focus of for years, mods, game mods, modding games, releasing game mods as game releases. You need to focus on that. That's what Valve is. That's what Steam is. That's what all of this means to everyone. This is why you get Steam. So you don't have to deal with Nexus Mod Manager or fucking Diamond DL or Curse. The old version of Curse, not even the new one. You can install OBS Studio and immediately start streaming. Immediately. On a Steam Deck that you bought at fucking Walmart. You can't buy hardware in a store, walk out, and immediately start streaming on it. You gotta fuck with it for months. Valve has legitimately created the ability for people to make something real and be a part of a community and legitimately make something out of nothing, but they have refused to actually engage in social media. So what they need to do is, one, all those top buttons over here, all these, get rid of these. This is fucking stupid. You need a profile button, you need a library button, you need a marketplace button, and you need a store. Put the store and the marketplace in the same spot and let everything go. Along with that, you need a mod center, a place central, specific for mods. Not only for Steam, for the Steam Deck, for Steam OS, for everything. You need to actually put some time and investment into UI and creativity. You need to actually go and look at itch.io and the Heartbound page that's there, and then look at the Heartbound page on Steam and realize that you are shit at your job. And you are being beaten by MySpace for gaming. And that's a problem. And I don't say that lightly. I don't use itch. I just looked at it for the first time ever in my life yesterday. Because the last time that I saw it, it was a shit show. Not going on there. There's viruses on there. That was 2014. That was a long time ago. And you know, as cool as this background is, as cool as everything is on my Steam profile, I'm not going on there. No one's going on there. We used to put fucking comments in each other's comment sections on Steam and make them obnoxious specifically because no one was going to look at it. That was the point. There needs to be some investment in feedback from your users. Your users need to actually be able to say something. Look at Mastodon. Go look at Mastodon and hooks that up into Steam. Make an actual Mastodon network in Steam and let people do their thing. Let Gamer Twitter do its thing. If you gotta moderate the fuck out of it, moderate the fuck out of it. Kick all the Nazis out. I don't care. But you need to be able to have that for your users. On top of that, when there's a problem in company, your employees need to be able to do something about it. They need to be able to say something about it. They actually need to be able to feel like they are a part of the company. There is no test. There is no, I'm better than you are. There is, you're a Valve employee. You're a low-tier Valve employee. You don't get the biggest things. You don't get the biggest paycheck. But you are a Valve employee. Whether you're a contractor, whether you're an intern, whether you are a main core developer on a main project. It doesn't matter. Everyone in the company has as equal value as everyone else, whether you're the janitor or the fucking sales rep at the front desk. Everyone here matters. Because whether or not you like it, if someone does shit their pants while they're trying to run to the bathroom, Mark from the janitor section does still have to wipe it up so that you don't fall on your ass. Guess what? Mark can fall on his ass too. Maybe you shouldn't bitch at Mark for wiping up shit. Maybe you should stop coding shit and actually make good code. And then flush the garbage code down the drain and do something cool instead of trying to use your higher up office position to control people. Maybe you should stop forcing your interns to ruin game market economies to try and prove to you that they matter to your company. Just an idea. And more to the point, maybe, just maybe, when someone wants to like say something about a game, you shouldn't immediately blast the fuck out of them and make them the most hated person in the office. Maybe, just maybe, you should let that person say something about their work because it's genuinely exciting and people are genuinely interested in how this stuff works. It's why we watch Pirate Software. It's why we watch uh it's why we watch all the game devs that stream and troll each other because we like it. And that's valuable. We would like to know who is moderating the discussion boards. We would like to be able to message them when there's an actual genuine problem. And it's not that we want to spam them. Put a rate limit on it. But if there's a genuine issue, like there's bots spamming the fucking discussion board with credit card scam software or something. You know, shit that's actually happened before. Long time ago, but still happened. There should be a way for us to know, oh, this is who's working today. It shouldn't matter when a genuine issue has overtaken a game, even a new game on release, and people want to say, hey, there's bots ruining this game and its economy, for that matter. And because of like actions that you've taken with this game and its market economy, you have now basically created the money source of Venezuela or whatever the fuck. Yeah, maybe you shouldn't be in that position. Maybe we could trim some things back on the market. You know, let people actually voice their opinions about shit and contribute. Because as much as people working at Valve matter to Valve, unfortunately, what Valve has never seemed to realize is that people making mods and doing shit that genuinely inspires people to want to make more, create more, play more, and do more, the community are just as much employees of Valve as Valve employees, contracted or not. And especially so, us as users feel disrespected just as much as the chick who gets her ass grabbed when Valve basically tells us, you don't want WoW Classic, but they don't even say anything to our faces. Not that you've actually done that, because obviously you don't make WoW, but you get the point. You get the messaging point. And don't just play, well, HR has to do this. No one cares. Genuinely, no one cares. And people will start to leave Steam. I've already left Steam. Like, I have to have Steam installed to play Team Fortress 2. Like, Open Fortress. Because that's the only way I can access it. But, nothing's installed. And until further notice, nothing is going to be installed. Nor do I care to try anything out that comes out. I don't care to spend money. I care about getting rid of my Valve points and giving a bunch of people random bullshit Reddit marks on the discussion board so that someone at Valve at least thinks for a second about communications with their users. And otherwise, I don't want to use Steam anymore. I cannot reliably depend that I will have a Steam account, let alone the very fact that I will have a library if I log out for 2 years and come back. Because I'm busy. So, until further notice, I know it doesn't matter to Valve that much, but I, for one, as a user, will not be using Steam. And that saddens me. It really does. It shouldn't be an Olympic event to get notice of a problem in your company when you yourself bring up that, hey, if there's a problem, let us know. We care at Valve. Well, unfortunately for Valve, its user base has been notifying it of multiple issues since 2018. There's been multiple whistleblows and retaliatory firings for those whistleblows since. And I don't think anyone's gotten any answers. You know? I don't think anything's become any clearer for anyone else. And in general, I'm pretty sure the only excuse that we'll ever hear is, well, it was for the good of the company. Whatever that action may be. If the company cannot care about its user base, can't even be bothered to listen to its own rules that it was formed off of. I would like to know how shareholders or even potential investors. By the way, that includes users who want to buy games on Steam. They're also investors because they fuel the entire platform. Straight up. If you decide that those users are useless for whatever reason, really, whether it's their feedback is poor and you don't appreciate what people are saying, or you think someone's a big square meanie butt, I don't care. And nor does anyone else. If you seriously go to work every day with the attitude that because you're upper management, whatever you say goes, I think you might legitimately be stupid. And that's not even to say that, that's not to specifically say that you're poor intelligence. I mean, you work at Valve. As I said, people who work at Valve are of a parameter of intelligence that you have to meet. There's no just fucking around being stupid and accidentally getting paid for basically doing nothing. If you're a real Valve core employee, you think that you are doing something big. And a long time ago, that was true. You made Source. You made Source 2, hell, for that matter. But, falling back on the fact that your management really means nothing when your employees are getting sexually harassed or hazed or not even really being allowed to work. Just because you decided that you're better than other people. Like, no one cares. And if you think that your sexual passes on people matter, like that they're like a genuine sign of affection or something, they're not. They're creepy. And I've had to catch myself doing the same thing too, by the way. I won't admit to anything, but I've caught myself doing the same thing, as has many other people. And if you're of right of mind, you stop and you catch yourself. But that does not mean that just because you caught yourself or that you're trying to do better, quote unquote, that anything is any better. I'm not comparing myself to him, but I mean, no one's gonna let Mini Lad back on YouTube. Just no one's gonna do that. And legitimately, if you're doing that shit in Valve, like you're going after people, you're attacking people, you're being a sexual harasser, you shouldn't work there. That just shouldn't even be a question. You just shouldn't work there. Whether or not those were legitimate claims, or that was an employee who was just mad about being contracted out. You know, whatever bullshit rhetoric you want to come up with. At the end of the day, no one on the outside really gives a shit. We're going to listen to the person who is legitimately saying and complaining that they were pushed out of a company that didn't listen to them, didn't make them feel welcome, forced them out of a system of close relationship just to basically get back at them for possibly even doing something cool that someone else thought of just never worked on for years on end. Don't get allergies and smoke. Bad idea. No one cares. Like, no, at the end of the day, no one cares about your penis. And it's not to say, like, leftist politics are the way. No one cares about politics in a company. People want to come in. They want to go to work. They want to talk to each other about their job. They want to hang out and do their thing. Maybe have a cool office space. Do their thing. And go home. And get paid for it. That's it. That's all that people are asking for. And it doesn't have to be some big emotional competition to be a member of Valve or to develop something that legitimately could be cool. If someone has an idea, that idea should be traced out and it should be recognized as a cool idea. Because that's what Valve was built on. Unfortunately for the people who want to forget that Valve was built on that, Valve was built on the backs of other people, whether they worked at Valve or not. Half-Life was cool and all. The only people that are playing Half-Life anymore are either people who never played it before and just got a Steam Deck, or they're speedrunners. Been a while. But the reality of things is, it's been a while. And we're all waiting for something to happen. And so far, the only things that are happening are negative. Bad investors, bad moves in business, throwing people out of their jobs. That's not the Valve that I know. You know? The Valve that I know is a bunch of people going out, trying out some game mods, being like, this is cool, we should put this on Steam in the library, and then hiring the people. Hey, this is a cool idea. We should go out and actually try to do something with it. Instead of letting this person sit in their living room and work at Kroger. You know? It shouldn't be a matter of competition. Obviously, there should be some competition in the workplace. A good example of that, not to like be toxic about it, but a good example of that. The Pentium M. Might be a weird thing to bring up, but Intel would have never gotten a Core i7, Core i5, Core i3, Core 2 Duo. We would have never gotten off of the G5 in the Mac Pro had Intel not taken the Merom team and the original Pentium team and a whole separate team in Israel and been like, alright, here's a platform, here's a design spec, and here's a SKU setup. Go. Whoever does the best, that's the next processor series. And we got the Pentium M. From the Pentium M, we got the Core, Core 2, and then we got Core i. And you know what? It's still around today. It might be an ARM processor now, but every single one of those cores is the same base core that was originally designed off of the processor in this laptop, a Pentium 1. That's what the Pentium M is based on, ultimately. A lot of people could point at the Pentium 3, but a lot of the wiring, a lot of the subjugation, a lot of the tracking, Pentium 1. Full stop. It's a really, really fast Pentium 1. And that's what we're running today. And that wouldn't have been possible without in-house market competition. Hell, at that, we would have never even gotten cool mobile SKUs like what's in this tablet. This tablet was made out of spite by someone at Dell because the Surface Pro sucks. Pretty much it. Someone at Dell took the Surface Pro processor and decided, you know what? I'm going to make this actually fucking work. And they went and they gave it NVMe, they gave it a good RAM SKU, and they gave it a UFS 3.1 bus so that your SD card could actually do something useful. And they took a phone, a tablet, a laptop, and the fucking BIOS out of their workstations. Smashed it all together and made this. I don't have a pen for it, but if I could, I would be drawing on this. Ultimately, I don't know what this is going to do. Probably development stuff, but even this wouldn't exist without that market competition. And you can get one of those for $200. You could get one of those and probably stream TF2 from it. And it's a little 1.5 gigahertz piece of shit. I don't think sexual harassment and workplace classism is in-house competition. As a matter of fact, I think it's quite the opposite. And to some extent, it pushes for colonialism through marketplace statistics, and that's not good. Shouldn't want that. Hopefully, someone at Valve actually watches this VOD all the way through. I doubt that they will. But, that's pretty much all I have to say on the subject. And that's why I made that thread the other day. Don't kill TF2. Kill Valve.